All right, so we're moving on to another amendment, and this one has nothing to do with soldiers, but it is still obscure in a certain way. This is the only amendment that really doesn't have to do with laws being broken. The Seventh Amendment is your right to use the courts in what are called civil cases. I'm not going to go ahead and read to you the old-timey writing. We can take a look at that as a class, but what I'll tell you in layman's terms, in the most basic English that I can say, is that you have the right to take someone to court with a jury. 10 people get pulled out of their jobs to come listen to this for any amount over $20. If you're not familiar, you have the right to sue someone in this country or take them to court and challenge them over something not like a legal thing. It's not like you're pressing charges if somebody beats you up or assault. That's a legal issue. Now you're pressing criminal charges on them. This isn't a criminal case. This is a dispute that you have with a person over money, a marriage, child custody, who knows what. But you want average people and a courtroom to help you solve this case. So $20, could you really sue somebody, take them to court over the price of a pair of Payless shoes? Well, according to the Seventh Amendment, yes. Why? A lot of reasons. Number one, if you go back 240 years, $20 was a lot of money. I'm not a math teacher. I don't have the conversion table in front of me, but I'm going to go ahead and assume if you had 20 bucks, you were a pretty rich dude back in the day. So suing someone for $20 in 1789 is oh, big deal. Suing somebody for $20 in 2021 is kind of you wouldn't want to do that. Let me give you two reasons why you wouldn't want to do that. Number one, if you're suing someone, you're going to need a lawyer. Lawyers are very expensive. Entry-level prices for lawyers are around $2,000. Now, some of you are like, wait, Mr. Kleiner, you said the government has to give me a lawyer. I did say that if you break the law. So if you're accused of a crime, then yes, the government does have to supply you with a lawyer if you can't afford one. You didn't, with lawsuits, you're not breaking crimes. You're charging that somebody else owes you money or whatever. That's your problem. So you got to get your own lawyer for that. So yeah. $2,000 for a lawyer to maybe win 20 bucks. Does that seem like it's worth it to you? So basically what I'm getting at is you're not going to want to sue somebody unless A, it's worth more than the price of a lawyer to you, or B, it's worth something that money can't really measure, like your family, your marriage, something like that. Obviously, then money's no issue. The second reason why you wouldn't want to do this is because criminal cases take precedence in the courts. What that means is that if somebody does something illegal and we need to figure out if they are going to be convicted of a crime, their case will go before your case. That means that if you're suing somebody for a small amount of money, you might have to wait, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, 5 to 6 to even 7 years to have your day in court. It's really just best to settle things outside of court, I guess. There are a lot of famous civil cases we can talk about, like the O.J. Simpson case, which I'm sure Mr. Barber and I will explain to you outside of this video. But what the takeaway that you should have is you can use the courts for other things besides criminal cases. If you believe that you have an argument with someone that you want the court to solve over money, possession of children, marriage, then you can use the courts for that through the Seventh Amendment, but it's not going to be very cheap because you will need to get a lawyer. All right. See you in the next video.